might use VPNs, legitimate traffic, or encrypted DNS. Yes, a piece of brownie. We no longer look for the enemy at the gate. We must assume they're already inside. That sounds like zero trust. If only there was some stuff about that out there. From Lumu, this document is not a retrospective. It's a battle plan. We dissect the anatomy of these new invisible threats, from the gatekeepers like Kitaro to the assassins like Death Ransom. We outline the only defensive posture capable of defeating them. Continuous compromise assessment, which is trademark, but okay, sure. There's a message from the CEO, Ricardo, super nice guy. If you don't know him, go talk to him. He's always got a smile on his face. One of the nicest people you could ever meet. Their whole team at Lumu is actually really awesome. Just good people. Okay, so 2025 proved that the adversary is resilient. Major takedowns of Lumu and Quackbot, or Luma, Luma and Quackbot provided only temporary relief. The data from 2025 shows the adversary did not just survive, it adapted and grew stronger. So attackers mastered living off the land, camouflaging their activity with legitimate tools and network noise. They traded brute force for behavioral evasion, favoring anonymizers, DNS tunneling, and AI-generated domains. Absolutely. So let's look at the top 5 malicious IOC types. And actually, Lumu acquired a company called Multiverse. So this is multiverse threat intelligence stuff combined with Lumu's stuff. So you get some more deep insight here. So you can see anonymization is a big deal. People kind of making themselves harder to detect and those types of things, phishing, bot abuse, and regular sort of legacy attacker stuff. But anonymization definitely picking up. How are they making themselves anonymous? Well, Tor, number one. NordVPN, nice of them to use a product that's sold to us. Proton VPN, which everybody probably uses. TunnelBear and Surfshark. So the stuff that we're supposed to use for security purposes is being used by the bad guys for their own security purposes. Super awesome. Top 5 sectors targeted by Tor and VPNs. Education, huge. Telecoms, government, hospitality, financial services. I think this is very interesting, and Lumu did some good analysis here, just because if you put this down 5 years ago, it would have been the opposite way, right? You would have had financial services, then retail, then government, then telecoms, education. Here, now you can see that the adversary has changed their tactics because they're not going where it's difficult anymore, and they're going after easy stuff, so they go for unsecured environments like education. Droppers and downloaders, top 10 droppers, Kitaro, Clearfake, fake updates, Trojan downloader, Quackbot. Yeah. Despite the major Quackbot takedown, the U.S. residual activity remains, proving you cannot kill a threat simply by seizing a server, which is what I say every time I see somebody say, we took them down. You didn't take them down, you just pissed them off. However, the most significant evolution in 2025 is the pivot to infrastructure abuse. The top threat, Kitaro, isn't malware at all. Kitaro was a dropper most detected by Lumu in 2025. It is a legitimate traffic distribution system, or TDS, used by marketers to route web traffic. So marketers are doing bad marketing stuff or something. Attackers have weaponized it to create a velvet rope for malware. Attackers use Kitaro to profile incoming connections. Oh, so now I see how they flip that. Okay, cool. If a user is a security researcher or a bot, Kitaro routes them to a harmless Wikipedia page. If the user is a targeted victim IP, they are routed to the exploit kit. This is the ultimate form of living off the land, using commercial-grade marketing tools to make attacks invisible to automated scanners. That's pretty brilliant. I hadn't really heard of that tactic, but well done, Kitaro people, because it makes tons of sense. The data reveals a calculated assault on the education sector. Gitaro's prevalence here is not accidental. It exploits the open BYOD nature of universities. Attackers use those high bandwidth, low security environments as testing grounds and launch pads. And again, if you took this data from this particular analysis and you put it down 5 years ago, it would be the inverse. So you can track how adversaries change their tactics based on this type of information.